If you're not in the weeds, you're not a retailer. Welcome to Talking Experience Analytics with a decent beer in a shed. And this is 4th birthday by Asvex up in Liverpool. Many happy returns. Now look, what I mean by down in the weeds is fidelity, detail. We've all heard the old saw, retail is detail, and we kind of laugh about it, but it's true, particularly when you're in a very competitive marketplace like grocery. The tiniest margins can be the winning margins. And I was saying to a customer of ours the other day, think of grocery, particularly in the US where it's hyper competitive. Think of grocery as Formula One. The car that finishes last every race in Formula One is not a slow car. It's just not quite as quick by hundredths of seconds, tenths of seconds as the car that's won. And often the car that's at the back right now, 2 years in the future, 2 years ago, that was the car winning. And so grocery is about detail. And I'm going to give you one example from Experience Analytics that should guide you to using this methodology. Experience Analytics is about getting to the detail in a way that customers find really difficult. When we ask customers for feedback, we have to be really careful not to lead the witness, not to hold their hand so tightly that we end up shaping their answer. And this is an example of an answer we can only get the real cause of from a tool like Experience Analytics. So we ask something in our section on standards. We ask for an observation around a signal called restock. And what we ask for there is observation of the number of times people can see associates either restocking shelves or fulfilling online orders. They both look quite similar, so it's okay that we concatenate those two. And what we look for is not just, can you see lots of associates doing it? Some associates, no. We also look for, what can you observe the consequence of that restocking to be? Can you see incidents of nothing at all happening? It's absolutely fine. Can you see mess around the restocking cart? Can you see restocking carts and associates that are blocking access to product? And then we also ask, can you see incidents of lots of discarded restocking carts? Each one of those tiny little moments tells us something really critical about whether or not a customer is able to, in a low friction way, fulfill their own mission. If a customer is leaving your store without something they couldn't find because there is a high incidence of blocking customer access to product through restocking, you need to know about it. The only way you can find that out is through Experience Analytics. It's that sort of detail in the weeds that is the difference between winning in the Las Vegas Grand Prix or losing the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Cheers. Winning.